Kabiru Dakata is Executive Director, Center for Awareness and Justice and Accountability. He joins us now to give insight on the happenings in Kano. Welcome, Kabiru, to Newsnight.
Thank you for having me.
Good to see you.
You heard the interview the other time, and then the state government is saying that monument, that beautiful, remarkable monument, was posing as a security threat to the state. How so?
Excellent report by Bienga, but one thing that was missing in that report, he did not give the appropriate background of the demolition in Kano State. One thing that is missing...
What background are you talking about?
Excellent. Is demolition in Kano State did not start with the current administration. It started even during the administration of Rabi Musa Konkoso, when the immediate past governor of the state, Abdullahi Ganduje, was his deputy. And it might interest you to note that in 2011, when they came to office as governor and deputy, it was Ganduje that led similar operation to put down more than 300 structures. Do you know why? They have this their Konkosia movement, a political movement in Kano State, which is more powerful even than a political party. And one thing they believe in, whatever is for the public should be used for the overriding public interest. So when they were campaigning in 2011, they said there was this big, mighty sport complex where thousands of youths in Kano State go for exercise. And the Shekarau's administration distributed plots to people. And when they were campaigning, they said, when we come to office, we will make sure we recover this place. And they used that to campaign. When they came, they did the same thing. So now that Ganduje, who was part of that movement, knows the ideology of the movement. And then when he came in 2015, he started converting public properties to privately owned properties. And for us as civil society organizations, we kept reminding him that, Your Excellency Governor, those places are for public use. Imagine just a university campus, the Kano State University of Science and Technology, with more than 3,000 students. I heard the SSG saying 200. It might be an oversight. More than 3,000, because some of the affected students came to report to us as civil society.
Let me come in here very quickly on the issue of the the ejection of students. 3,000
3,000
were they relocated
students
elsewhere?
No
were they
relocation whatsoever.
Wow. Okay, so what you're saying now is that all of this has political undertones. Is that what you're saying? Because now you seem to be justifying also what the previous administration did by demolishing. I mean, you're saying it's not the first time demolitions will be going on in the state. Kwankwasia itself is condemning this as an irresponsible act on the part of the governor, Abba Yusuf.
No. I don't think so.
Well,
I haven't seen that in the report.
So. They've been quoted as saying so. Yeah, a Kwankwasia movement, critical component of the NNPP in Kano, on Sunday lamented over ongoing demolition of properties by the government of Abba Kabir Yusuf.
Let me tell you one thing. And this Kwankwasia movement you are saying, one thing they are known for is this ideology of, free education. They sent more than 3,000 students between 2011 to 2015. And Abdullahi Ganduje, the immediate past governor, was part of the system. And that's why anytime we are mentioning names, commending people in that administration for that, we mention Ganduje. So they kept expanding to make sure students who finish secondary school get admission into Kano State University of Science and Technology and the second state university and other universities in Nigeria and abroad. So they kept combating, structures to university campuses. They established 26 institutions. This tourism and hospitality tourism, which was under the Kano State Science and Technology University, was the one that was demolished, was established during that time. So when Ganduje came, everybody thought it was going to be a continuous, thing because he was part of the administration.
Okay, now let me butt in right there. See, another complaint from citizens is that perhaps they weren't given enough notice. The buildings were marked for demolition and then a week after they were demolished.
I don't know what notice means to you and those people that are complaining. But imagine something politicians used to campaign before election. Anywhere they go during campaign,
that's a different ball
they
game,
said
when
we come back, when we come to office, we'll make sure all those illegal structures are put down. They said those things during campaign. And even when the Abba Yusuf was declared as the winner, before the swearing in, you have like 2 and 10 days, 2 months, 10 days. And he kept reminding them. You understand? The reason why we are saying this as me, as a member of civil society, is because we've been part of that process. When Ganduje was busy combating school structures, hospital structures, graveyards, places of worship, to construct shops, we reminded His Excellency that, Excellency, this is wrong. Because you go to secondary school and block windows. No ventilation. Children of the poor in that school.
We do get
and
they
were sitting on the third floor. Come on.
We would like
no
to know.
No serious person, no serious government, no serious stakeholder can accommodate this.
Understandably so. What exactly is your intervention? What solutions are you bringing forward? Are you saying the demolitions should cease? Or are you saying this present administration that says, look, these structures pose a security threat to the state? Are you saying that this government is doing well with its demolitions?
You see, let me first of all commend Arise TV for giving us this opportunity to say our part, because the narrative created outside Kano is different from the reality in Kano. In Kano, people are jubilating, are happy for this, because school structures are now being recovered. Hospitals given out to chronics, family members are now being recovered to use for the public interest. So, but outside, I received calls from friends, especially from the southern part of the country. Kabiru, what's happening in Kano? I told them, the people in Kano State gave the current governor mandate to do what he's doing.
But just last week, someone from Kano was there and was lamenting very sadly, almost swearing. Hang on, Kabiru. He was almost swearing on live television that the buildings were demolished. So we are surprised. Hang on a minute. And I mean, we're surprised that you say this.
That's why I said you have to send Benga back to Kano to interview the real people.
It was from Kano. He's a stakeholder.
Fine. Bianga should go back to the people. Just imagine a political system. A politician will go before election and tell people that when I come, I will do X, Y, Z. You saw Biden recently. Biden was not happy because what he promised electorate before election, that he will wipe out the issue of, this thing. The Congress and the court did not allow him to do. He was bitter. But Abba Kabir used to promise to the electorate that when I come, I will do X, Y, Z. And he's doing X, Y, Z. Why do you think people...
Are you telling us that Governor Abba Yusuf told the people of Kano that when I become governor, all I'm going to be doing, at least the low-hanging fruits, would be to demolish? I mean, barely a week after he became governor, he started this demolitions.
Because
he has not really built one structure. That's what some critics are saying. Why don't you build first before you even start demolishing?
Where are the structures?
So there are no structures to build?
A space in Kano State Polytechnic where theater will be constructed, where toilets for female students and lecturers and staff will be constructed. The space sold to private individuals to construct houses in Polytechnic. Go to Lagos State Polytechnic in Ikorodu and try to construct a house inside the Polytechnic and see what will happen. In that Polytechnic, a lecture will be taking place in the theater, and at the neighborhood side, a grinding machine will be making noise. Come on.
You say you're a civil society. Have you, alongside the government, even sat down to look at the cost to the economy? I mean, whether these structures belong to government or individuals, it costs something.
We saw it coming.
Structures down. Yeah.
We saw it. That's why we are not surprised, because we saw it coming.
What did you see coming?
The demolition is going to take place. That's why we were reminding His Excellency Governor Ganduje then that Your Excellency, what you are doing is wrong. Because these are school structures, these are hospital structures, these are graveyards, these are places of worship. Imagine doctors' quarters at the teaching hospital being demolished by Ganduje allocated to his daughter to construct an event center.
Kabir, your civil society organization, do you have any partnership with the state government?
I don't. In fact, this is what we've been doing during Konkoso. We did the same thing, just that he was clever to understand that civil society members were not antagonists, they were partners. When we said, okay, we said, Your Excellency, we want a transparent system. We want you to be publishing your expenditure every quarter. You say, no, come on, I'll be doing that every week. When he banned Okada in Kano State, we fought, we went to street, we protested. We said, what have you done? What is the provision for the victims? Those victims were given luxury cars to be shuttling from Abuja, Kano, doing intercity, the Okada people. So it's not as if a civil society were backing government or
no, not at all. Do you have any relative? Do you have any relative whose house has been demolished or marked for demolition?
I have friends whose shops were demolished, but they told me that yes, we know it would happen because when we bought, we bought those things on condition. When they were selling those things to those people that bought, they knew when Konkosia movement came, they will lose those places.
Really?
You understand?
You're saying there are no options to these demolitions? No options
because
whatsoever?
If you don't do them, are you telling me there shouldn't be a space for university theater to be constructed? Are you telling me there shouldn't be a space in Polytechnic for a toilet for female students and staff to be constructed? Are you telling me the secondary school children whose windows were blocked, you know, for shops to be constructed? Are you telling me those children should vacate school? Are you telling me a doctor's quarters should be demolished and event center should be? Are you telling me Hasia Bayero, Hasia Bayero Hospital, pediatric hospital for children, sold to the chairman of APC in Kano State at the rate of 6 million naira?
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Kabir Dakata is Executive Director, Center for Awareness on Justice and Accountability, speaking on demolitions in Kano State.